This is what I imagine this game's going to go like. All of a sudden, I'm going to turn my back, and then Thomas is just going to push my ass down an elevator shaft like Holy shit.
I don't know this one.
Mary.
Jesus Christ.
Nate,
That first one, what the hell?
Oh my
Marianne was
God.
on an episode of Scared Straight.
Marianne deals crack cocaine.
A genuine surprise wafted over me the other day.
And it wasn't a fart.
It might have been.
Oh.
But in the midst of that, I found myself on Twitter. Yes, I know. Don't worry.
Definitely a
I
fart.
wasn't there causing trouble. I wasn't there, getting banned again by another YouTuber. Still not sorry,
Why
Puffer.
not?
But overall, I was genuinely surprised when I checked out Scott the Waz's Twitter, and I saw that his most recent video, Day 1 Editions, had reached #1 on trending.
Numero uno.
Not #1 in gaming or #1 in comedy or #1 in it. #1 overall on the platform.
Well done.
Our boy Scott has officially... He's officially reached
It's a world title.
precipice.
That's a world title.
It-
It's the
it
YouTube
is.
World Heavyweight Championship. So.
And he owned it. Doesn't matter how long, he owned it.
He's been killing it.
Oh yeah.
And
I know he took a break for a little while and he just came back, but
he's the golden boy now, but there was a point where he was being attacked by people online and being...
people were saying he was a
Yeah.
beta version of ABGN and JonTron.
JonTron,
I'm just like,
and,
why
yeah.
are you saying this about him? Why? He's
Haterade, bro. But now, the underdog's on top. He got the #1. He got the title.
Yep,
I'm proud, dude.
I am too. Almost brings a tear to my eye. Almost. But yeah, Scott doing the Day 1 Editions video here, and this was requested in our Discord, and y'all know how it goes. Anytime a new Scott the Waz video comes out, if it's within a certain time frame, we will watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if it's here's the thing. I know people want us to watch Borderline forever. Maybe one day we'll do it in 4 parts or something. We'll do it over a span of a few weeks. We'll see, and then we'll release it all back to back to back to back. Just so that we can do it. But it is not this day. I'm sorry. So we're instead going to be watching Scott the Waz Day 1 Editions. Let's go ahead and get it up on screen.
I'm ready for it. He's #1.
He's #1.
He's no...
Oh, hey y'all, Scott here.
Hi,
Don't mind me.
Scott.
I'm just making some adjustments to the calendar, or legally speaking, tampering with evidence. Ever since I missed out on buying Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes on launch day, I've made it a goal to make sure every day is launch day. Because we can't just let the Day 1 buyers have all the fun. Look at them out there. So, from here on out, whenever you decide to buy the game, you'll get the satisfaction of knowing you bought it on Day 1. Which stinks for me because I'm never gonna buy it. There's a certain level of pride that comes with being a gamer. I never said it was a high one. And many attribute their gaming accomplishments towards the real-life penis. You're not a true fan. You didn't beat Horizon Forbidden West on very hard. And easy, the week before the game released! So much of gaming discussion is based around, oh yeah, well this is why I'm a bigger fan. See, I'm better than you because I don't have anything else going on. So why not monetize and encourage that kind of behavior? I can get behind that. Let's go even further. If your aunt died last night, you get a green case. Day 1 editions. You know what that means? I'm a sucker. These are some of the more peculiar facets of modern gaming, with their entire purpose being for bragging rights. The first time I personally remember these coming to light was during the Xbox One's launch. How did Microsoft take attention away from the competition? By giving us shit box art. The Microsoft published titles, Dead Rising 3, Forza 5, and Rise Son of Rome, all received Day 1 2013 editions as a way to commemorate the console's launch. Foil silver backgrounds. Yeah, that's so much better than
art. And to be fair, there was a part of me that wanted these editions of the games. I mean, there's a reason first print releases of products are often coveted as the most valuable. So to have the games denote that, and not only with a banner, but special box art as well, it just makes these even more collectible feeling. Emphasis on feeling. Yeah, so your reward for waiting out in the November 2013 cold to buy your Xbox One is shittier box art and deprecating value. Well, these releases do come with bonus DLC items, and it does feel pretty cool to own these and say, I was there since the very start 2 weeks ago. But I think the bigger deal was the Day 1 edition Xbox One consoles. Right at launch, you could get this system with a special edition controller and an exclusive achievement on your Xbox Live profile. Wow, so this is what it must have been like to own an Xbox One at launch. I'm not gonna lie and act like this wasn't a smart move by Microsoft. I mean, if you're buying a console at launch, you already have control issues. Couple that with such minimal additions like 3 lines of text on a controller and a digital achievement that says, you f***ed up.
I sure did.
And you just ensured that at least one person who wasn't originally going to buy the system bought it because they didn't want to miss out on owning the limited Day 1 edition. Oh my god, it's so fucking cool, and by proxy, I'm so fucking cool. Microsoft would continue this Day 1 tradition, this time with Simply Games on their launch dates, incentivizing people to buy the games the first chance they get. These companies are already trying to find ways to avoid customers buying used games around this time, one scheme being to lock the online multiplayer behind a digital code. Buy the game brand new, enter the code in, and you're golden. Buy the game used, you run the risk of the code already being redeemed or just flat out not being in the box, and thus, if you want to play online, you have to pay an extra 5 or so bones for the privilege of using your product.
So
Thankfully, this
hammered.
practice became less and less.
Again, I hate that. I hate
So fucking hammered,
why?
dude.
Why would you literally kneecap the people who are wanting to play your game?
Let me show you why, Nate. If you would just bend over and spread your butt cheeks apart.
All right.
This is what they want, dude. And they want you to smile about it, too. You gotta smile. Put on a happy face. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, dude. They don't give a fuck about anything other than taking every possible dime that they can. Even though that you have, as a customer, made them able to create the games that they're creating and continue to do the shit that they love, they want to rectally punish you for that.
Yeah.
It's true.
And it honestly, and when it comes to the fisting that they're about to give you, they usually, instead of lubing it up, they don't just not do no lube. They also put on the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
They basically fist you with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Really, media companies in all shapes and forms have found a way to repackage shit that they've already sold you and force you to rebuy the same shit that you already own.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And everyone wants their hands on every dime that can be made to do, like the repackaging and reselling. And so if you have a physical copy of their game and you can sell that to someone, but if you don't have that physical copy of the game working anymore, then you're going to have to go on your whatever console and rebuy it again, even though you own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
It's fucking stupid.
Used as the years went on. So what replaced it? Just because it's not as bad doesn't mean it's not stupid.
It's like pitting Satan against some worms. Like, yeah, I don't like either, but when it comes down to it, one is truly fucking despicable, and the other is just the Prince of Darkness. Day 1 editions are just kind of weird to me. They're everywhere, and most big-name titles these days has something akin to it, and it's just a trend I find interesting. So, let's dissect the method to the madness and see if any of these Day 1 editions are worth being early to the party for.
Not really.
I'm a true fan.
Before we dive into these, I have one major question. When does the term Day 1 edition or Launch edition become obsolete? Spider-Man Miles Morales has been out for years at this point, and basically the only version I ever see for sale on PlayStation 5 is the Launch edition. And the Ultimate Launch edition. Oh man, is my cock big or too big?
Jesus God.
Dude, he is really all about flexing penis right now. He's mentioned it several times.
I mean, why not? I mean,
no wonder this is number 1.
Exactly. It's Scott the Wasp finally flexing nuts.
He really is going in on this one, dude.
Yes, he is.
A game like Shantae Half Genie Hero released on Nintendo Switch with a special Day 1 edition, a year after the Nintendo Switch version launched. Half a year after Day 1. So let's just say this title means the first print of the game, not necessarily specifically Day 1. Though, would be something if this title actually meant something. I feel like it would...
I would say also, you know, I'm looking at here, you know, exclusive box art and all that. I look at limited run, and there, for instance, I'm going to buy a copy of Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Because as much as I love it, I don't want to go without it.
Yeah.
And that's why I went out and bought a physical copy of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah.
The game. Because I don't want to lose that again. Because who's to say that in the future, all of a sudden, it's just Brian Lee O'Malley has the rights bought away from him, and then they got to take it off the store again. What are you gonna do?
Would not be surprising to me.
No, given
at all.
Given the volatility of video gaming licensing and all that nowadays. Yeah. Oh god. And then of course, yeah, I just.
Hey, this title means the first print of the game, not necessarily specifically Day 1. Though that would be something if this title actually meant something. I feel like it would instill a much greater connection between the customer and the game if this variant was truly only available on launch day. Instead, these copies flood stores for sometimes years. Now, obviously, printing a copy of the game that's only available on one day isn't practical, but hey, they call these launch editions for a reason. They want to dig their claws into your emotions. When you look at your copy of Ratchet & Clank and it says launch edition, they want you to say, I was there. That creates incentive for you to buy your next game at launch, and the next game, and the next game. This whole thing is just a mind game. Well, if we're being emotionally manipulated, might as well see what's in it for us.
I love you. You look less fat today.
Most launch editions come with a few bonus DLC items, nothing crazy. Costumes, cars, weapons, you name it. Anything that's cool but superfluous enough to be a giveaway incentive. Listen, they love us, but not enough to like us. It's always some of the most whatever DLC imaginable. Like Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart's launch edition just gives you a weapon and armor set early. Like, you can still get them in the game through natural progression, but because you bought the game first, you don't have to work for them. I love this game so much, I'm willing to buy it at launch so then I can automatically get items so I don't have to play it as much. This is tough because I want to criticize this launch bonus for being stupid, but it's not locking content behind a paywall for anybody, which makes this very commendable. And stupid. It's fucking stupid. Hot Wheels Unleashed Day 1 Edition, because Grandma had to wait. Oddworld Soulstorm Day 1 Edition on Xbox, and No More Heroes 3 Day 1 Edition on PlayStation. Once again, months after Day 1. Some of these do include more than just DLC, though. Oddworld features a metal case on the Day 1 Edition for Xbox, which was the same metal case on the Day 1 Odd Edition for PlayStation. Well, I did have to make sure. Now, Dark Souls 3's Day 1 Edition acts more as a special edition than a traditional launch edition, coming with the full game soundtrack on CD, which, yes, this is something fitting for fans willing to buy the game Day 1. Though they also denote having an outer sleeve as a Day 1 edition feature, be grateful. A digital strategy starter guide is also included, and exclusive to the Xbox One release is a full download code for the original Dark Souls. You'd think that would make this the definitive version to get. 19 sold?
$395.
What the fuck?
Very cool release.
No.
If all launch editions were like this, I'd see absolutely nothing to complain about, but thankfully, we live in reality. The launch edition of Sonic Colors Ultimate. Now, why is it?
I am glad that they finally released that on Switch, because Sonic Colors, I think, was one of the last good solo Sonic games.
Never played it.
I will say this, in terms of its playstyle and its even Jontron, who has been an ardent anti-3D Sonic fan, he hates Sonic 3D games. Even he admitted that Sonic Colors, the original one, was actually probably the best Sonic game of the last 10 years. And Sonic Colors Ultimate basically enhances that and basically just brings it to Switch. And I'm glad, because Sonic Colors is, finally getting some love.
Yeah.
Because it was forgotten about for a while, because it was not too long after Sonic Colors we got Sonic Boom, and the world cried 1,000 tears that day. Sonic Boom, what a nightmare.
Is this box so thick? Why do you include the Baby
Sick.
Sonic keychain from the Sonic the Hedgehog live-action movie in 2020, of course?
You sure there isn't a Dark Souls 3 soundtrack in here?
What does this have to do with Sonic Colors? This belongs with the Sonic movies Blu-ray, not some completely unrelated remaster of a Wii game from 2010. This was obviously thrown in to get rid of excess stock from promotions for the film while trying to
Probably.
make the game more enticing on release day. It was a win-win for Sega, and a loss in terms of space on my shelf. This is one of the most obnoxiously large game boxes I own, considering what comes in it. Yes, a keychain. Error. Sega's been doing the whole bonus edition at launch stick for a while, and honestly speaking, I'm kind of over it. It's hard to complain because these games aren't any more expensive than if they didn't come with all this garbage, but I'm just tired of buying a Sega game at launch and then having to deal with where to put my new trinkets. Puyo Puyo Tetris similarly came with a keychain, though that at least was specifically for that game. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania and Sonic Mania Plus received art books, which are absolutely beautiful and great inclusions, but they're just clumsily packed next to the
Yeah.
outer sleeves. It makes it annoying to put on a shelf because every time you take the game out, you have to deal with the art book rattling around in there. This is even more irritating with the Nintendo Switch versions of these games. Since those game cases are much smaller, like putting this on my shelf with the rest of my Switch games with the outer sleeve looks dumb. Taking the outer sleeve off and putting that somewhere else looks dumb. You know what? Life looks fucking dumb. The Japanese
Life is
release
dumb,
of Sonic
my
Mania
dude.
Plus is so much better, considering all of this and then some, including the game's soundtrack on CD, are bundled in a box, making it so much easier to store. You don't have to worry about the art book getting ripped up from just laying here. Other launch editions do this, where they just include the bonuses just stuffed into the sleeve like this. It's just irritating to me. Like, you can't have design these materials just be, like, that smaller. I just want this junk included in the game case itself, not like this. I have to deal with it every time I
No.
pull the game out this way. Which is why Sega should take notes from Sega. Valkyria Chronicles 4 Launch Edition comes with a controller skin. Easy addition, kinda cute bonus. Doesn't add any girth to the package. Perfect. And it's included right alongside your other launch bonus.
My
the
favorite
Japanese
cologne,
voices.
by the way.
Why is this a
My favorite cologne,
What?
girth. I'm joking. It's not a real cologne.
What the f...
launch bonus? This is just something that should be in the game automatically. Imagine if they locked Spanish subtitles behind pre-orders. The Sonic Forces bonus
Don't
edition
give them
should
any
give you
ideas,
the ability to
Scott.
use the left button on the menu. This one was very similar to Valkyria Chronicles. Controller skin and DLC add-ons, so the latter was relegated to just custom character costumes, and honestly, that's just what most launch editions offer. It's an easy and painless way to incentivize you to buy at launch, so these can often be in addition to various other SKUs of the product on day one. Persona 5 Royal had the regular edition, then the launch edition, which included a steelbook and a theme for your PS4. I don't need a launch edition for that.
Nick, oh god, Nick wanted that so bad. He loves the Persona franchise.
Yes.
And Persona 5R was one that he most definitely wanted to do that on.
Then
I got the
Phantom Thieves
Strikers
edition,
version.
including everything from the launch edition plus more, and then the Resident Evil 3 edition. And that's not even scratching the surface of the
Judgment.
digital version. You have the digital edition, digital deluxe edition, digital ultimate edition. The fact that so many modern games need to have articles and charts whipped up to explain the differences between each version is ridiculous. Especially when the launch edition is still being sold while the regular edition is then introduced. What am I supposed to make of this? Publishers have milked the edition game dry, and when day one editions were introduced, that was just the beginning. How can we go further?
Oh, Day Zero.
What day is it? Call of Duty Advanced
is
Warfare had a
last
special
week.
Day Zero edition, meaning if you bought this version, it would come out a day before the actual release date. Well, then that isn't the actual release date!
Exactly.
The PlayStation Vita had a first edition bundle that released a week prior to the actual release date. I hate to break it to you, but I don't think that can be considered the actual release date anymore. Oh, and we can always circle back to Sonic Colors Ultimate. Early access by pre-ordering the Digital Deluxe Edition? Yeah, I got early access. 11 years ago!
Day one editions, launch editions. They're tactics by these companies to get you in at the very start. And pay full price, help them achieve record-breaking numbers in that quarter while having to deal with the growing pains of playing a game at launch with all the bugs and glitches that come with. Proceed to pay for all the DLC and expansions that come later down the line, all for the game to end up rotting in the bargain bin for $20 while a complete all-in-one edition releases with all the bugs and glitches fixed and all the paid DLC included for free. But damn, it's worth it. I'm not saying these things are bad or anything. I just think it's interesting how common they've become and how little I think it all matters. The fact I can walk into Best Buy months and months and months after Horizon Forbidden West launched and still buy the launch edition, which the only difference between that and the standard edition is a little bit of text at the top and a free DLC costume. I feel like the purpose of a launch edition is kind of lost at that point. So, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna let some video game company push you around and tell you when to buy your games? Because where I'm from, every day is Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes launch day. And I don't sleep because of it.
Scott's number one. Scott's
I was
number
made aware
one.
of this. The music.
Because of it.
That's not his typical outro theme.
What is that?
I don't know. I was made aware of it. Someone told me about it. I'm just like, can't be true. Now I know it's true. Because Scott the Waz's original outro was this. For the longest time, it was...
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Oh, hey y'all. And I don't sleep because of it.
Ah, much better. Okay. I'm sorry. I know. It's a bit much. I'm sorry. I
just had to.
I just had to.
You had to.
It's a habit. I'm just so used to hearing that theme.
Let the man have his moment. He was number one. All right.
Yeah, I know. He had his moment, man, and he earned it. He earned that.
Pretty fucking badass.
I love that. Can't wait to see Scott the Wasp standard edition.
Yes.
Day one editions. What is there to say about day one editions? I mean, basically, I guess basically a company's ploy to try and...
I mean, you could say 4 days later and your video's still up. It is the 7th, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or no, it's the 6th.
Okay. So 3 days.
3 days.
There we go. 3 days later and your video is still up.
Wow.
So yeah. So day one editions by Scott the Waz. The man did it. The man was number one on YouTube. And that was a good
crazy,
video.
dude.
Oh,
it's
dude.
crazy, and I'm happy for him.
I am too. And also, his subscriber count 1.69 million. Nice.
That's fucking beautiful.
Yes, it is. It's a beautiful day.
Yep.
And congratulations, Scott. You deserve it. And I hope that you continue to improve on this. And I'm going to miss the old theme, but at the same time, it is what it is. I mean, he's going to evolve with the times.
He's going to do his thing. It's his channel. He can do whatever he wants to with
Yeah.
it. I'm just glad we're along for the ride, really.
Yes. So, all right. Anyway, that's going to do it, everyone. This was Day 1 Editions by Scott the Waz. Check out the original by clicking the link in the description or click his name in the title of the video. Check out more from Scott the Waz. Leave a like on our video if you liked what you saw. And until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Chad.
See you later, everybody.